All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have a watch from Vario Watch Company out of Singapore. I've looked at quite a few of their watches, and they are really nice pieces. This one is kind of a follow-up to their 1918 trench watch that they made a while back. That was a really cool watch and really harkened back to the true meaning of the World War I trench watches, which, if you're not familiar, pocket watches were the big thing back then in the early parts of the 20th century. And there weren't many wristwatches out there. So what soldiers did was effectively take a pocket watch, take it to a jeweler or someone, and have wire lugs welded to that, and then they'd run a leather strap through it and wear that into the field of combat, so that they had something right there on their wrist, that they could tell time with. So in World War I, that was a big deal. Now in World War II, a lot of things had refined. There were watches being made for specific purposes, and the military was having watches made at the time. So Swiss manufacturers and even American manufacturers at the time, and British manufacturers, were making watches that were being used in World War II. What Vario has done is tried to make a modern interpretation of a World War II trench watch, and I think they've done a really good here with this one. This is 1945 D12 Automatic from Vario, and a really nice looking watch, but they have added all of the modern things that we would like to have on a watch. Now this is a gray dial. I'm not sure what they call this. I think it's maybe a ghosted gray dial, but it looks really nice, and you can see that pebble effect. Vario written up there just below 12 o'clock is kind of ghosty, so I think that's really cool. Talking about the specs on this watch, you have a 37mm case from side to side, so that is actually bringing it into a modern sizing, because watches of the time back in World War II were close to 34, maybe 36mm, which would have been considered big. So 37mm is bringing it into a modern size. 45 lug tip to lug tip, 10.5mm from the case back to the top of the flat sapphire crystal. From the side here, you can see the drilled lugs on the watch. And you have a nice big crown position there at the 4 o'clock position. Easy to grip, very nicely done. 18mm lug openings on the watch. The strap that it came on is Cordura, but they did send out a separate leather strap with it, which on the website I did see the watch on it. It looks really spectacular on there. Inside of this watch, we are running the Miyota 82S5, which is small seconds movement. It's 21 joules, 21,600 vibrations per hour, hacking and hand windable, and it has about a 40-hour power reserve, maybe a little bit more than that, but really nice watch. Layout of this dial definitely is a Dirty Dozen style watch. You guys can see around the outside there, you have that railroad style minute track, very nice. Nice clean syringe tip stick hands on the watch, sweeping seconds down there just above 6 o'clock. And I love the faded kind of patinaed indices on the watch. For Lume, this does have a combination of C3 and BGW9. We'll get a Lume shot towards the end of the video, but very nice. As far as the finish on the watch, you can see the top of the bezel is brushed. Come down to the sides, you have polishing along the side of the bezel, and then a nice clean polished chamfer up here on the front of the lugs, brushing on the top and brushing along the sides also. Flipping it over and taking a look at the case back, you can see Singapore up there, 100 atmosphere. So this is a watch that you can use for a lot of stuff. It's 100 meters water resistant, so you can do swimming and stuff with it. Stainless steel 316L is being used, the 1945, then automatic. Now on the case back here, the Battle of Singapore was very important. That actually occurred in 1942, 3 years before 1945. But on the back here, you can see the British soldier here in the center carrying a British flag. And then on the outside, you can see the outline of a modern Singapore soldier. You can see his night vision goggles there on the helmet and stuff like that. So that's kind of neat with that engraving, that custom laser engraving. Now, I do think that when these are available, you can get it done with a custom laser case back with some sort of a message on there or something like that. But very nice watch. And you can see as I had it flipped over, quick release spring bars on here. Let's go ahead and throw this one on my 7-inch wrist, and then be sure to stick around for that Lume shot. All right, so there's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. It is a smaller watch, but I do have other 37mm watches. I have a 37mm diver from Imperial that I absolutely love, and so this would be a good pairing with that in the field watch category, and honestly fits my wrist pretty much perfectly. Look at the lugs. That 45 lug to lug actually fits my wrist just right, and the 37mm case with this offset crown looks really nice. So let's check out the Lume. Well, there you have it. Really nice Lume. The BGW9, excuse me, mixed with the C3 looks excellent. Very nice watch. Let's get it back under the lights and talk about price. Well, there you go. That lume is absolutely spectacular on this watch. I love the mixture of the C3 and the BGW9. It's really cool having that mixture. So regular price on these is $368 over at the Vario website. I will leave a link down below in the description if you guys are interested in checking these out. I don't think these are limited run, but they are really, really cool looking timepieces. And like I said, a few different colorways available over there for you guys if you're interested. All right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.